Hello everybody, this is the Benjinator and you are watching Let's Play Chrono Trigger. So last time we went to Balthazar's place in the future, who told us that with the Chrono Trigger, which was given to us by Gaspar, the Guru of Time, that there was a possibility that we could revive Chrono. But the one trick is that we need to get a Chrono clone, and the only person that can apparently do that is Norstein Beckler in the present. 1000 AD, of course, at the Millennial Fair, which is where we are now. Last time we tried it, we didn't have enough silver points, but off-screen, I fought Gato, the robot mech thing, a few times, and got a couple more. So I think now we should be able to do it. So let's tell Mr. Beckler that we have the appropriate silver points. Yep. So yeah, need that Chronochrome. Alright, well, okay, this time we got the right stuff. Let's take the challenge. Mimic what you see, okay. Okay, so this is a mini game that you can actually do at any time if you have 40 silver points. And so what you want to do is basically a game of Simon Says. The L and R button, when you see the clone use the raise their left and right arm, you hit those buttons. Hit the square button to laugh. And you hit the circle button if there's a surprise gesture. So you'll see in just a second. Let's see if I can get this right. So, alright. Alright, so you hit square when it does that. L when he raises his hand. And it's going to get a little faster, so you have to try to keep up. Yeah, right now it's okay, but yep, square for that. There's a nice little froggy laugh. Alright, not bad. I can do this. Yeah, see, it's picking up speed. You gotta kind of move fast. Alright. He's raising his hand like he's in class. Alright, come on, we can do this. Yep, don't mess it up. Woohoo! Doing it. Oh yeah, come on. Oh yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. You can't outwit me, Chrono Clone. I got speed. Alright. Alright, yes, raising that hand. Alright! Fantastic! Alright, that's good. So, we got the Chrono clone for free. Actually what happens is that if you do not, if you mess up on that exercise, he'll charge you based on how far you've gotten. So if you mess up the first one, you have to pay like 20,000 gold or something ridiculous like that. So let's let's go actually to Crono's house and pick it up. And by the way, you can actually do that for any character in the game, and it'll be at their quote-unquote house. And that's usually the area that they consider to be living. Like for Frog, it's his little hovel in 600 AD. For Ayla, it's at her tent. For someone like Magus, it would actually be the North Cape. For Luca, it's her house. For Marley, it would be the castle. So all that sort of thing. Anyway, so there's Chrono's mom. Let's say hi to her. Yeah, he's just fine. Talking to a frog. Yep, he's this is Chrono's representative. He's busy right now. Yeah, he's doing good. He's definitely not causing any trouble. He got himself in a little bit of trouble, but yeah. Maybe we should just tell you the truth. Yeah, can we take the doll? Oh, okay. I'm glad she's taking, like, the fact that there's a frog talking to her so well. So, yep. Now we're gonna take the Chrono clone. So, yep, we're gonna stay out of trouble. Anyway, there is one more thing I do want to show you in the present before we leave. So, we're actually gonna be at Luca's house. So, I'll see you in just a second. Alright, so one nifty thing about being in Luca's house, if he's home, I'm not sure if he actually is home, is that Tabin, the guy that runs the guy that had the funky machine, if he's around, he'll actually give you some items for Luca. I'm not sure if he's here now. If he's not, then okay, there's Luca's mom. But if he's not, you actually can come back here later, and you will see that he'll be there. So, okay, I guess he's not home. Never mind. But I'll be coming back here later. So anyway, let us go back to the future and try to save Chrono. All right, here we are back at the Keeper's Dome. So now that we got all the available things, let's see if we can try to climb Death Peak. Hello, Balthazar. Yep, exactly. Yeah, he's important, once again. And we got the clone, so hooray. Yes! Alright, we get to climb the scary mountain. That's exciting. Okay, so this will be the last wish of Balthazar, apparently. Yeah, this guy does appear in the sequel to this game, Chrono Cross. What is that thing? Okay. Executing program. He's sending these little koala bears after us? That's interesting. And there's second one. Okay. And the third. Alright. Well, well, well. I don't know what he did, but that looks somewhat important. If you consider koala dolls' importance. Oh, okay. So they're gonna help us climb the mountain. Aw. Okay, what? I hope it's not anything dirty, Balthazar. I mean, I know that you're technically dead and you've implanted your mind into a new, but let's be reasonable here. Okay. Just push button. Hope the button's not in a strange place. Ah, yeah. Why not? Aw, that's so prophetic. Alright, well, I guess we're done here. So now let us climb Death Peak. I'll be right back. Alright, here we are once again on Death Peak. So, oh, there's that first little creature right there. What is he saying? Okay, so he says, walk when the wind dies and hide behind the trees when it blows. Okay, so this is a fairly simple exercise. Now all these trees suddenly appear, which weren't there before. And when the wind blows like that, when the wind gets a little bit louder, you want to just hide behind the tree, but you have to keep walking up, but don't run to stay in place. Because if you try to run, it's going to be hard, and that's something happens like that. So let's try this once again. I usually get this, but sometimes I screw up. So there we go. Once again, I'm going to Death Peak. If you notice, too, the black omen is floating right over it. So yeah, ominous as usual. So let's try the ordeal. With the trees again. So you just hide right behind here. It's going to start to blow. And then once it dies down, then you run up. See, this would have been impossible without this point of the game. Otherwise, these trees just wouldn't have been there. So, and here we go once again. And hide behind the tree. Pretty simple stuff. And this is actually the hardest thing to do on this particular dungeon, as you'll be seeing. And the trick is to get to that screen just before the wind starts to blow again. But now, here we are on Death Peak, safe and all. So, yeah, these trees just kind of get in the way now. And we got some new enemies right here that we're going to be fighting in just a sec. So, yeah, these are older cousins of the Egders, the Crackers. Woohoo! And these guys, thankfully, aren't too hard. A combination of Ayla and Frog and our friend Mr. Magus. They're no match for him. Yeah, unfortunately, right now, well, Magus is Actually, Magus's attack power is about on par with the other two. Ayla just did a critical hit. Yeah, she's getting those like crazy. That's amazing. So, thankfully, this particular mountain doesn't have too difficult of enemies. Thankfully, nothing, you know, gimmicky like those scouters in the Ocean Palace. So that's always a good thing. So magic ring, fairly good relic. It's we got it from Marley, of course, as we've seen before. So. Definitely not a bad thing. Alright, we got some more crackers. Let me take them out. Alright, Ayla learned Charm. Very important tech for her. Especially, once we get to the next chapter of the game, there's one mini-dungeon that where Charm will play a pretty significant role. So, anyway, you want to just go over here. This mountain can sometimes be a little bit hard to navigate. So, it is something that you want to, you want to keep an eye out for exits and so forth. And it kind of seems like these are the predominant enemies on the mountain. But, alright, there's a new one. So this is an enemy that we haven't seen before. We've seen similar versions, but not a floating one with a Skype. And so the Macabre, or the Macabre, or whatever you want to call it, you want to try to take out this guy as fast as possible, because he has one of those techniques that will reduce your HP to 1. So, now that we get Magus in our party, let's show off his fire spell. We've seen it before, but it's really cool when Magus does it because he has that nice little wave of his cape. Makes him look all fancy. And this will take care of the crackers, so voila. Yeah, I do sometimes miss Frog's, Frog's sort of, oh, there we go, got a cure too. So, I do kind of miss Frog's critical hit percentage with the Masamune, but the Flash Blade is a little bit more powerful. We're actually going to get a sword that's even more powerful than that in just a second. So, let's check on how our guys are doing. So, Frog Squash, this is the most powerful technique that it can get, but it doesn't actually do that much damage. It's one of those low HP, greater damage things. I don't use it that much. And Magus is on his way to learn Dark Bomb. Tailspin, also kind of the same deal. Actually, no, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of Dino Tail, never mind. Yeah, Tailspin isn't bad. You can get some nice dual techs off that. So, we're on our way to doing it. Okay, so what you want to actually do is... okay. Save point right here. I'm going to take advantage of that. Alright, there we go. So let us proceed. There is a chest over here. And that's the wall ring. Also another something good for magic defense. And so what you actually want to do is that you want to go to this cave right here. There are, of course, these two macabres blocking it, so let's just take care of these guys. Alright, easy enough. So let's head into this cave and see what wonders and terrors await us. And oh my god, it's Lavos. Actually, it is a Lavos spawn. It is a smaller version of Lavos. So what are these doing here? Well, no time to ask questions now. So let's try out Charm on the head. Because the important thing when dealing with this guy is to not attack the spines. You want to make sure to attack the head. You will be in for a world of hurt otherwise. So that means, unfortunately, Magus can't use his fun techniques. But you can get an elixir from him, so that's always a good thing, especially since we used one up in a previous battle. So this guy actually is not too difficult. He should be taken out fairly easily. So, let's see. Let's use Slurp Kiss just to... Because that thing with the... the only annoying attack is when he attacks with the spines, because that does about 300 damage, but... Thankfully with Frog and Ayla, it's dealt with pretty quickly. And so Magus, all you can really do with him is the standard attacks, but with Frog, I believe that you can actually use Leap Slash, which is always useful. Yeah, because why not? And I think that you can, I don't think that you can actually use Rock Throw, so you might as well stick to Cat Attack. He does have an annoying Poison attack too, but that's really not such a big deal. So I probably should have switched out Magus for this battle just because he's not particularly useful in it, but it'll be okay. Magus is our friend. And he does critical hits every once in a while, so not a bad thing. So Frog used Leap Slash, Ayla used her Cat Attack, and that's not too bad. And yeah, he does use Chaos, but for some reason in this game, the higher level you get, your resistance to Charm actually goes up pretty high. It's kind of amazing. So, just something to keep in mind. Like, by the time you get to the end of the game, you're almost immune to Charm. And there we go. We got the Lavos spawn. Easy enough, right? You will be fighting a few more of those on this... Whoa, 120 tech points. Just saw that. You'll be fighting a few more Lavos spawns on this mountain, so just something to keep in mind. Anyway, so... Alright, awesome. So let's take this treasure chest, which is a Giga Arm, something that is also quite useful for our robot friend. So I'm going to go a little bit further just before I stop this video. So, yeah, just a nice little snowy day over here. Nothing too fantastic. Getting ourselves into the other cave. And this is the Brave Sword. Alright, so this is a sword that you never, ever, ever want to sell. It is not the best sword in the game, but it is something that you absolutely want to hang on to for reasons which will be explained many videos from now. Let's put it that way. Oh, there's some crackers. Let's take them out. Yep, pretty easy. Like I said, the enemies here don't really pose that much of a challenge. When we get to the Black Omen, however, that's going to be a very different ball game. So that's one of the reasons why I advise not to do it at this point. So what you want to do is go over to this little thing that looks like a tab, but it's actually a door. So at this point, we've scaled a little bit of Death Mountain, taken out a Lavos spawn, a mini Lavos, which was suspicious, and I've gotten a bunch of cool items. So, what's going to happen when we scale the rest of this mountain? Find out next time in the Benjinators Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.